Can y'all hear me okay and everything? God, what the hell's wrong with my eyes? All these bright lights are killing my eyes. Whew. Hey, Darlene. Hey, CPO. What's happening? How are you? Why is it showing? Sorry. I got a new setup, so I'm trying to figure it all out. Let's see. Hey, Tiki Tutu. How's it going? Hey, Bake, Relax, Repeat. I like that username. Hey, Tammy. Good. Thanks, Darlene, for letting me know. Thank you. Thank you. You guys, I feel so bad. Like, I didn't talk to Ken today, so I'm not sure if she's going to be here or not, you know, with the time difference and everything. I hope so. I really like when she's here. Did everybody have a nice Christmas and a Happy New Year and all that? Oh, good, darling. Good, good. Glad to hear. Hey, Kim. What's up, girl? I just saw that you followed me on Instagram. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I'm hearing something in the background, and I think it's the new hard drive being copied. So.
Oh, sorry.
So that's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
Just copying videos, backing it up.
Did you guys hear Mr. B? Oh, hey, Mr. B. So he got a new hard drive today, and he's like backing up all my videos. So I guess there's like some kind of like, what is it called?
Background
like
noise.
Playback, right? Yeah, like background noise. That's from the stupid hard drive. Sorry. It sounds like a fan. I wish it were a fan. I need a fan. No, I'm good. Hey, Dee Dee, what's happening, girl? Happy New Year. Darlene, I did. I really enjoyed my holiday. I mean, you know, it was quiet. We had, let's see, hubby and I got up like not too early, just chilled. And then later in the day, our youngest son and his girlfriend and daughter came over and we did presents, and then I cooked and we ate, of course, stuffed our faces. And New Year's, we did nothing. Nothing. I didn't have a cocktail. I was proud of myself that I made it till midnight, to be honest. So yeah. Ken's here. Hey, Ken. I just said I didn't know if you were going to be here or not because I didn't talk to you today, so I wasn't sure. I'm so glad you're here. You didn't realize it was Friday. You know what? Look, I'm like that too now. Like, it's hard to keep up with the days, isn't it? Especially with all the holidays, you know. It's hard to keep up with the days. Trust me, I feel your pain. So, I just got done right before I went live watching, you know, I've been watching it for days, the hearings, because they were Means and Pryor, who are Daybell and Lori Vallow, Daybell's attorneys, were trying to get, what's his name? Thomas Wood, I think it is. Mr. Wood off the case because he spoke to Lori's sister. What the heck's her name? Something Shiflett. I have bad past with Shiflett, so yeah. Anyway, sorry. So they were trying to get him thrown off the case because he like had this long conversation with Lori's sister, and he said, oh, I know this was Chad and I'm LDS too, so I understand. And they said he was like, basically, I don't know what the hell they said, but the judge just ruled that he wasn't gonna throw the prosecutor, Mr. Wood, off the case. So I was like, yay, you know, because it's just, but then I get scared because what if these two losers, Vallow and Daybell, what if they have some kind of means to get whatever happens with the trial thrown out. You know what I mean? So it's kind of scary either way you look at it. But yeah, so I've been like on bated breath all day today watching it. And it's been so hard because like through the week, you know, so my husband will be talking to me and I have to pull my earphone. I'm like, what? I'm listening to the trial. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. It's just been like an all day, all week thing, you know? Yeah, so. Hi, Crimezilla, how are you? I've never seen you on here before. Oh yeah, you watched the ball drop. You know what? We actually did too. I actually saw Jennifer Lopez perform. Yeah, and then I saw Cyndi Lauper. Okay, I love her. I've always loved her. You know, she's different. She's dances to the beat of her own drum. I love her, and she just blew it so bad. She was horrible. I was like, I stayed up for this. Could have been sound asleep, you know. Hey, Shell, how's it going? Happy New Year, girlfriend. You turned it all off. I don't blame you, Dee Dee. You guys, for those of you that live here in the United States, it's been tough lately, you know? It's been really tough with all this crap going on where they stormed the Capitol building, and it's been bad. Like, I'm just over it at this point. I was quite frankly really, really upset with a friend of mine. Hey, Emily, how's it going, girl? So, you know, I have a lot of friends that love President Trump. And one of those friends, she went down to DC for the little rally or whatever it was. And she posted, you know, and everything was calm. And she had went down like last month for the rallies. And people had pushed her and they tried to like start issues with her and the people that she was with. Fortunately, the police intervened and calmed it all down and said, you walk that way, you walk that way. So everything was okay. So, you know, I just assumed, like a dummy that I am, that, you know, it would be okay for her. She'd be safe. Everything would be cool. Well, so what does she post that afternoon, early evening? You know, so we're seeing on TV that all of the people are headed to the Capitol. Like, these people were literally running to the Capitol. And I mean, they said there were several 100,000 people down there, right? So then she does this video, and this is where it really pissed me off. So she's on the Capitol steps, right? She's going up the Capitol steps. She's wall-to-wall people all around her. A couple of people had masks on, but most people didn't. There was clearly no social distancing. Come on. So they're all pushing their way up the stairs, like body to body. And she's like, yes, let's go, get the door, you know, and she's egging everybody on, right? So everybody's getting all ramped up and screaming and yeah, let's do it, you know, and like something like you would do when you were in 8th or 9th grade. Although I will have to say, when I was in 8th or 9th grade, I was not a moron like this, okay? I respect people too much. I love people too much. I was so pissed, right? So in this video, she says, oh my gosh, I have to take this off my bucket list now, yay. And I'm like, wait a minute, wait, what? Did you just say you were gonna have to take it off your bucket list? Who the hell puts that on their bucket list? Oh, I get to storm the Capitol building, look at me, let me check that off my bucket list, right? And then the people that did this are now bitching and griping and complaining because they're getting arrested. You know, a guy died of a heart attack. Another guy died of a stroke. A woman was shot in the neck and killed. You know, it just blows my mind. I was fuming. Like, I was fuming. And I mean, I'm all for sticking up for what you believe in. I think it's great. You know, I think it's great to go and do a peaceful protest. And everybody was like, oh, but you have to understand, you know, look at how mean they were to Trump for the past 4 years. Everybody's pissed off. And look, I get that. Okay, I get that. But for me personally, that's not affecting my life one way or the other. You know what I mean? Like, it's not affecting my life. You know, the way they treated Trump is not affecting me personally. He obviously has no problem dealing with it, so good on him. You know what I mean? But for these people to say, I'm like, you're just stooping to everybody else's level. You know, what are you going to go riot and loot now? Because that's basically what you're doing. But what you're doing is a federal freaking offense. You know what I mean? So, ugh, you guys, I'm not going to talk about it anymore because I'm just going to get pissed off. Right, Dee Dee, I completely agree. I completely agree. I just felt like it could have been handled differently is what I'm saying, I guess. You know what I mean? I just think it could have been handled better. And I get it. Yeah, Tiki, I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you, you know? But it's just so frustrating. Look, I get it. I saw, you know, how they treated Trump. I saw it with my own eyes. You know, I live in the DC area, so I think people out here are affected probably a little bit more than anywhere else. You know what I mean? Because it's so close to home. Everybody out here, you know, everybody out here works for the government, you know? Yeah, it's, I agree with you, Kim. Watching the news, it's hard, I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm not taking sides either. Look, you know, a lot of my friends voted for Trump, you know what I mean? And they support him. I just think what happened with the Capitol, I just think people went too far. I think they went too far. I think there had to have been a better way to settle this. I mean, look at the people that died. It was so senseless. Like, all these people died, 5 people or something that shouldn't have died. You know, it's just sad. It's just really, really sad, y'all. Oh, my goodness. I love, what is it, Virgilio? I agree. I think, oh my gosh, look at Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer. I mean, I could go on and on for hours about all the people that need to be out of office. They need to be replaced. It's just ridiculous. You know, I just get so sick of it. Oh my gosh, yeah, I just get so sick of it. I'm just over it. You know, I'm just completely over it. We survived the last 4 years and we'll survive the next 4, you know. So what's going on with everybody else? Did you all see the, yeah, exactly, term limits. Oh my God, we need that so bad. So bad. Did you all get to catch my video about, what am I trying to say? The West Brothers. Yeah, I don't believe in violence either. I totally agree, Tiki Tutu. That was my whole thing, was I thought, you know, when my friend went out there, I thought, well, good for her. Hopefully she'll be safe. You know what I mean? Like, she's doing her thing and that's awesome. But then it was like, really? Why are you acting like you're in 8th or 9th grade? You know what I mean? Like, and you know, when you have a couple of people that are, not even a couple of people, hundreds of people that are egging it on, then it becomes that mob mentality, you know? Yeah, I saw that, Ken. They need to, I don't know. I mean, and the sad reality is a few minutes worth of stupidity cost 5 lives. You know what I mean? I know, Tiki, those poor little babies. All right, here's my big thing, okay, with the little West Brothers. why is it that the adopted parents didn't have any pictures of them? How do you not have pictures of your kids? Like, supposedly they had to get those pictures. Those pictures came from like their biological aunt or something. I was like, how do you not have pictures of your kids? And they were like, oh, well, they're on our phone. Come on. If you have children, and they had been with them since sometime in 2018. So it's not like they just adopted, the kids just came into their home a month ago and they just adopted, you know what I mean? But even a month ago, like, wouldn't you want to celebrate the occasion and take pictures and, oh my gosh. Aw, thank you, Shell. Thank you, girl. Yeah. When they said, oh, they're all on our phone. Well, these boys have been in your house since 2018. You didn't print out any pictures and frame them and hang them, or you didn't do anything like that, you know? I know, that's just, I totally just didn't understand that. Aw, thank you, Kim. Thank you, girl. That was like, you know what I mean? Like, watching their interview and, they basically were just feeding off of each other the whole time. So I was really trying to watch, just like their body language and everything. And it was hard for me to even not even from a psychic perspective, just as a person, it was hard for me to distinguish who wears the pants in the relationship. You know what I mean? Because they were bouncing off of each other and it was insane. Mouth of the South. I heard that. I actually heard that. And I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But I just know mob mentality. If you get a bunch of people that are riled up, nothing good's going to come out of it. You know what I mean? What is it? Amy Rowe Bechtel. Why do I know that name? I don't know why I know that name. I'll have to check it out. I have hundreds of readings to do, y'all. I've gotten so far behind. We've had so much going on, behind the scenes, and hubby tore everything out of my office and he put down new carpeting and my house is torn up, y'all. I have crap in every room that's not supposed to be there. And then on top of it, Christmas. And I still have all my Christmas stuff up. I haven't got to put it away yet. And I don't want to put it away. I'm so sad. I even told my husband, I'm like, I want to go get a bunch of hearts and just decorate my tree for Valentine's Day. But I don't want to be one of those people. So is it Virgilio? Is that how you say it? Thank you. That's awesome. Thank you. I know, Tiki. I feel the same way. Thank you, Kim. That's awesome, Kim. I'm glad you made it through because I know it was going to be tough. Thanks, Tiki. Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh, it's just been everything. My sister has COVID. She lives in the Midwest and she has horrible asthma. So I have been stressed beyond belief, to say the least, because a part of me is I want to get on a plane and race out there and make sure she's okay. But I don't want to get COVID, you know what I mean? I feel so bad, but she has she has a daughter and her husband and kids and tons of friends there that look out for her. So, but it's just, this is today's day 11, I think. And my brother ended up with it. His son ended up with it. My sister's daughter ended up with it. Now her husband has it. You know, it's been a lot. And my sister's had like, I think today's day 11. Maybe it's day 12. Like yesterday she was like, oh, I'm so much better. I walked a mile on the treadmill. And I was like, you can't do that. Like, you can't do that. So she wakes up today and now she has stomach issues. And she's had like every symptom you could possibly have. It's been like, yeah. Oh, that's cool, Kim. I know a lot of people that do that, actually. That's really cool. Kim, I'm glad you guys got through it, because it just scares the living crap out of me. You know what I mean? You see so many people dying from it. Yeah, my sister lost her sense of smell and taste. Oh, wow, you still can't taste anything. She ended up, believe it or not, she's got her smell and taste back now already, and it's like day, I think, 11 of having it. But unfortunately, my brother was exposed to it at work, and so he was gonna drive out to my sister's for Christmas, and he took a test. It was negative, and he didn't have a fever, so he went. The day he was going home, the Sunday after Christmas, he got sick as a dog. His son got sick, my sister got sick, and they all had COVID. And it's just been, yeah. And then my nephew's wife has it now. So my sister-in-law and her husband were exposed to it because, you know, they were around them on New Year's Eve. Like, they took the baby over there so they could hang out together for New Year's Eve, and it's crazy. My son's girlfriend was exposed to it, so he hasn't been able to see her all week. It's just like all of a sudden, everybody we know, it seems like somebody has it. You know what I mean? It's like gotten worse instead of better, I guess. Wow. I'm glad you guys are okay. That really sucks. My husband was exposed by a family doctor. Oh yeah, you know what else? I just saw something bizarre. Now I can't even remember. It was something bizarre that somebody was like, oh, I got COVID and I started taking this and it helps lessen the symptoms or something. I can't remember what they said. You know what, Tinky Tutu? God. So back in like probably February, I started getting, I don't know how else to explain it other than it's like this gloom and doom feeling. And like I used to get it like before anything big would happen, before the Pulse nightclub shooting, before the shooting in Paris. Like anytime anything big happens, I get this, I don't know how to explain it other than I can feel it in my stomach and in my heart. I don't know how to explain it, it's weird. And so I got that, right? And I kept saying like, I don't know what it is, I don't know what it is. And the pandemic hit and I was like, I still had it, right? And I've continued to this day, I still have it. So I just keep feeling like something horrible is going to happen any second. But I don't think that COVID is gone. I don't think that we're going to get back to a normal life anytime at all. Like I feel like this is going to drag out. I feel like this entire year is going to be bad. I mean, I feel like it's even going into the next year is going to be bad. Like, I don't think it's as simple as people think. You know what I mean? I don't know. There's so many different vaccinations now. I just saw this thing where this guy was a doctor, he got his vaccination, and then he dropped dead. And they're trying to investigate to see if it was the actual vaccine or if he was already sick or, you know what I mean? So they had like specials coming in to do another autopsy or something, or a more detailed autopsy, I think. But yeah, it's just, I don't see it being better anytime soon. I mean, you know, around here they said, okay, by December the kids are going to go back to school. Then they said by January the kids are going to do, you know, and it's still, they keep changing their mind and they keep, you know, putting it out further and further. Like when they first came to us in April and said, we're going to shut the schools down for 2 weeks, you know, we just need to get through this. That was in April. So yeah, it's just, you know, and the sad thing is that the kids would be fine. You know what I mean? It's the teachers and the kids coming home and infecting their parents, and then their parents infecting their coworkers. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot, y'all. Yeah. God. Yeah, well, now they're saying like there's this new strain from overseas that, I guess I think what I read was that it's no different as far as the symptoms, but it spreads easier or quicker or something like that. I don't know. Yeah. I feel you, Shelly. Yeah. I just don't think it's going to be good anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, I think this, unfortunately, was the beginning of a new reality. I mean, think about it. Every year when people get the flu shot, you get the damn flu shot, and then a month later they're like, oh, you know, it won't cover this strain, this strain, and this strain. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's how COVID's going to be. You know, even if every single person in the world got the vaccination for COVID-19, COVID-20 is right around the corner. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I don't think it's going anytime soon. Wow, really? Your son's in second grade. Wow. Yeah, a friend of mine in Chicago, her kids got a cold. They tested negative. Anyway, ultimately she was like, I'm not sending them back to school because they said, oh, they can't come back for it was like 3 weeks or something. And then they said, oh, the other kid can't come back either since they're in the same household. So she just said, forget it. And they're doing that. You know, she works from home. She's very fortunate. So they're doing the, you know, virtual learning now, but everybody around here is on virtual learning. I mean, and are the kids really learning anything? I mean, most likely the kids that have parents that are able to be at home and able to guide them and help them, those kids are probably learning, but yeah. Ken, didn't I see somewhere that y'all are shut down again till February in Scotland? Isn't that right? Is that right? Did I get that wrong? Wow, your schools are open, Kim? Holy crap. My cousin actually, her and her husband bought a vacation home in Colorado to ski. And their kids are school aged. And I think they've been living there, you know, this entire school system. Because I'm pretty sure their kids are in school in college. Yeah, I guess it's everywhere. Look, I've been preparing for COVID my entire life. I'm a homebody. I like to stay at home. You know what I mean? But it's one thing to stay at home because you can and because you want to. It's totally different when you're being forced to stay at home. You know what I mean? Oh, I was saying, aren't you guys shut down over there aren't you on lockdown until they're going to reevaluate in February or something, Ken? You know, I'm thinking when our new president gets into office on the 22nd, we're probably going to be on lockdown again too. I have a feeling he's going to lock everybody down. Hey, Rain Alias, what's happening? Yeah, I'm like that too. Like, I can take it or leave it, stay home, go out, whatever. But, but I mean, we haven't been as locked down as we were before. We are going out to the grocery store when we need to. We went to Costco yesterday, but we're careful. I mean, as careful as you can be, I guess, Wow. Yeah, I saw how, we had some kid go crazy and kill his whole family out here, and it's sad. Like they said, domestic violence is way up, and we had, oh my gosh, you guys, we had 3 guys walked up to this townhouse, like in our subdivision. So our subdivision's huge. There's single family homes, there's townhomes, there's condos. So these 3 guys apparently walked up to this townhouse that had a garage on the bottom level. The garage was open, and they walked up and opened fire, and then supposedly turned around and like carefully walked away like it was nothing. So we were heading out to Costco yesterday, and we see all this, and we're like, what the heck's going on? Because the detectives had the little flags on the ground, where the casings were, bullet casings were. And then apparently, like at 11:30 last night in our part of Wellington, the cops, like a whole bunch of cops, showed up and surrounded a house and arrested 2 guys. So I don't know. They haven't said if the guys are like, they haven't actually, it hasn't even come out that they were arrested. I just know because I live on the street, So we don't know if it was maybe 2 of the shooters or if it was for something else. We don't know. Kid, you're so funny. I don't blame you, Kim. I feel the same way, Yeah, so it's just been batshit crazy. Hello, what are you doing? Hold on, guys. Let me get my kitty. She's trying to get in. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. What are you doing? Come on. You gotta come in? Yeah? Hi. Okay, sorry, she wanted to come in. Oh, you better not come in here and start scratching at the carpeting, kitty. Come here. Come here. Oh my gosh, now she wants out. Are you kidding me? It's just crazy here. I mean, there's just been so much going on. Yeah, I bet, Shell. See, you remember how initially, come here, come on. You know how initially they said, oh, once you have it, you build up the immunities? That's not true. Hi, you say hi. Say hi, say hi. I'm not going to look at the camera. You don't want to look at the camera, huh? Whew. Oh my God, has the longest tail ever. Her tail is so long. Yeah, she is. But I will tell you this. She is a cool cat. Let me tell you, she growls. If anybody rings our doorbell or gets near, like, the front of our house, wherever we are, she comes running into us growling like a dog. It's hilarious. Oh, no. Yeah, that would suck. Oh, my gosh. I mean, all you can do is do your best to protect yourself, right? Yeah, that would be scary, though. The second vaccination kicks your butt? Really? Wow. I guess maybe it's like, what vaccine is that? The second one always kicks your butt. I can't remember, but that's a good idea. Definitely. Strip down, put your stuff in the laundry. That's a good idea. Yeah, because that would be the place you would get it. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, if you got into the car from being around somebody that had it, that would just scare the crap out of me. Like my sister said, she's changed her sheets a bunch of times. She goes around her house spraying Lysol, because she's like, I don't want to prolong this, Oh, really, Ken? That's good to know. Did you hear about, like, here in the States, people are going to, like, when they have, like, pharmacists in a grocery store? Like, we have Giants out here. So, when they're about to close, if somebody didn't show up for their appointment for a vaccine, then they have these vaccines that are going to go to waste, because once they're taken out of the fridge, that's it. What are you doing? Oh. So people are going and hanging out at these grocery stores waiting until because the pharmacists literally go around and say, are you interested in getting, the COVID vaccination? And a bunch of people have gotten it because of that. Yeah. Kim, I feel your pain. If I were home with my ex-husband, he'd be dead. No, I'd probably be dead. AC, yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But yeah, because we don't know. It's going to be, somebody said this, it's going to be years down the line, an attorney on TV saying, if you got the COVID, 19 vaccine and you want to sue, call this number. You know what I mean? Yeah, ticky too. Needles don't bother me. Obviously, I've had 9 brain surgeries, so I'd be really screwed if they did, but it's just the fact that I don't know what the long-term effects are, But then there's a part of me that's like, maybe I should risk the long-term effects because if I get COVID, I could be dead anyway. But then I'm like, I don't know. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, which is the lesser of the two evils, you know what I mean? I don't know. I'm just glad that maybe there is light at the end of the tunnel at some point. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, though, but you know what I mean. So has anybody seen anything lately about Suzanne Morphew or Barry Morphew? I haven't really kept up with it with Christmas and New Year's and you guys, I started back on my weight loss journey on Monday. I was so proud of myself. I did so good. Yeah. So then yesterday I ate a hot dog from Costco. And then today, my husband and my son ran back to Costco to buy this, what do you call it, hard drive that was on sale, and today was the last day. And I ate another hot dog when he came back. Oh, thanks, Kim. Yeah, hopefully she'll contact me. I'm trying to get back in the swing of readings, I've been trying. Hey, Christina, what's happening? Yeah, it's scary. It is scary. For a while I got really comfortable and I was like, I'll be fine as long as I wear a mask and I, wash my hands like crazy and I stay away from people, and I kind of fell into that comfort zone. And now I'm kind of because I remember yesterday was the first time, when I was in Costco that I was like, I'm not really liking this because there were a lot of people, I went yesterday thinking that today would be crowded. So I'm like, let me get it out of the way and go on a Thursday. And the place was packed and there were people everywhere. And unfortunately, a lot of people don't know how to socially distance. So people were on top of me and I was like, excuse me. And, trying to get away from them, but yeah, that yesterday was when I was kind of, a little bit uncomfortable to where I've got that feeling again to where I'm like, maybe I need to go back to just picking up my groceries, doing like the curbside pickup. Yeah. I'm interested in the Hilaria Baldwin case. Did she lie to Alec as well? Oh, I don't know anything about that. I can just say that Alec Baldwin and I don't get along. We don't get along. Trust me on that. I don't think too highly of Alec Baldwin. His brothers seem pretty decent. I've never had any interaction with them, but Alec, I don't know. So I don't even know anything about it because I don't keep up with him because he and I just butted heads really bad. Aw, thanks, Shell. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about her. I gotta write this down because now, you know. What's her name? Hilaria Baldwin? Yeah, I don't keep up with Alec. You know, I've never had to deal with his brothers. So, they could be wonderful people. But Alec is not a wonderful person. Alec and I go way back. Very true, Shell, very true. Have you guys, have you been given the opportunity to get a vaccine out there, or are they doing it based on healthcare workers, senior citizen, you know, are they doing that there like they are here in the States? Bye, honey. Bye, D-Miner, have a good walk. Rain, yeah, no doubt. Hey, Cynthia, what's happening? Yeah, he just, I don't know. He rubbed me the wrong way from the start, and then we actually had like a confrontation, and I don't like him. Oh, like I said before, I don't think COVID's going to get any easier anytime soon. I mean, I just really feel like it's going to continue to be bad this entire year. I don't think like everybody else says, oh, it'll be fine and we're going to get back to normal. Like I said, I think this is our new normal. I think wearing a mask all the time. And I'll tell you, you know, I even remember like back in the 90s going on flights, and I would always see like Korean people with their masks on, and I would always be like, what's wrong with them? Go figure, they were the smart ones, right? Like, duh. But I really think this is because if a country is able to produce a virus like this, then who's to say they can't produce another 5,000 viruses? You know what I mean? Like, I don't think COVID's going to go away anytime soon. I just think they're going to come out and say, oh, the vaccine doesn't take care of that strain of COVID. You know what I mean? And it's going to be constantly trying to get a vaccine that covers that new strain of COVID. I just think this is just going to be a cluster F all the way. I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. I feel the same way, Christina. That's kind of what I said. I mean, but from what I've heard, I have a really good friend that's been a nurse for 40 plus years. And, you know, she is the type of person, like, she wouldn't just go get the vaccine to go get the vaccine. You know what I mean? Even though she's a healthcare professional and she works 60, 80 hours a week on the front lines, you know, and she said she spoke to many doctors and she researched and researched. And then she picked a particular vaccine from a specific drug company and went and had it. She said she had no side effects, no issues. But I don't know, because, you know, I said the same thing to her. I said, you know, the polio vaccine took years, and both my mom and dad had polio, very severe polio, and they were on crutches and had braces on their legs. And, you know, and I I said, so how is it possible that this is going to work? And she's like, well, we just have to put our faith in medicine. And I'm like, kill me. So, but I mean, she did a lot of research, but she also hasn't told me like which vaccine she took. So I don't know that information yet. Ironically enough, unfortunately, her husband, I'm so sad about this. Years ago, she got asked out by this guy, and I convinced her to go out with them, and they're now married, okay? And they've been married for, I think, 6 years they've been together. They just found out he has stage 4 esophageal and lung cancer. And they said it's spread to his liver. No, I'm sorry, esophageal and liver cancer. It's spread to his liver, but they said he has a 60% chance of being able to live probably a year or two, even though it's not his liver as bad as it is. So, you know, she's in the medical field, and so she knows, you know what I mean? She knows the reality of it. And so she's really having a hard time. I feel so bad for her. They just announced today in my city that the general public shouldn't expect vaccines until at least September. See, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I might have to change my career over this. I'm a nurse. It might be mandated later. Flu shots are already forced on healthcare. Yeah. Daggone, AC. Yeah. It's crazy. Oh, yeah. Okay, Ken. Thanks. Yeah. Hey, Joe, Jenny, what's up? What's happening? But yeah, it's scary. I mean, it's scary. You know, every year when I get the flu shot, I have a reaction to it. I get the flu shot because I have a shunt on my brain, and it's just a heck of a lot easier because, you know, they don't want me to get an infection that goes straight to my brain. So they're like, you know, get the flu shot. So every year I get the flu shot, and every year when I get the flu shot, I get sick as crap, you know, but it's only like a day or two, and then I'm okay. You know what I mean? So I actually go to see my doctor this next week, and I'm sure she's going to say, oh, you need to get the vaccination. And I'm going to have to say, oh, I don't know if I want the vaccination. You know, because I just don't know. Like, I don't know what the lesser of the two evils is at this point. I mean, based on what my sister's been going through with COVID, you know, I'm just so happy that she's okay, that she's able to breathe. Her doctor called her in breathing treatments, and, you know, so far so good, but it's just scary. I saw that too, Ken. I saw that too. Like, before you can fly anywhere, you're going to have to prove that you've been vaccinated or whatever. Ugh. Hey, Bethany Fury, what's up? Yeah, my husband, when he gets a flu shot, he doesn't get sick. It's the weirdest thing. I don't know why some people get sick and some people don't. Oh, Ken, that makes sense. Excuse me. I mean, I get sick, but I'm just like achy, you know, and just feel icky and just want to like lay around and do nothing for 2 days. I feel crappy. But yeah, who knows what the future holds with this vaccine and stuff, guys. But I honestly, oh, did you guys see my new, did you see my new leather chair? Did you see it? My lovely husband, after Christmas, after he spent entirely too much money on birthday and Christmas presents for me, he went out and bought this chair, which I absolutely love it. It's so comfortable, you know, to where I actually want to be in here and I want to sit at the desk, but it was really comfortable. But I was just like, you're spending too much money. Yeah, I don't know about the vaccine. Who knows? You know what I mean? I figure when the time comes, I'll figure it out. Whatever's meant to happen will happen. You know, I believe, you know, God is in control, and whether you believe in God or somebody else or something else, in my personal life, I believe that God's in control. He's the one that, you know what I mean? So whether it's God or the universe or whoever, somehow I'll know what's right when the time comes, you know? Darlene, how are you? I was trying to see, all day today, I've been like, you know how you get like flushed when you feel a fever coming on? That's what I feel like. I've been flushed all day. I feel like I have a fever coming on. So then of course I'm like, oh my God, did I catch COVID yesterday? You know, when I went to Costco, like, yeah, so I felt like all day that I've got a fever. It's really weird. You know, but you know what? I'm definitely the type of person that if I have a fever, I'm half dead, you know, because I run like 96.7 to 97.4. That's my temp range. That's how it's always been, even when I was a child. And, oh, I totally forgot. Like, I had to go to the emergency room several weeks ago. My son and I were in the mall. We had just gotten to the mall and we were shopping. And all of a sudden I was like, we got to go sit down. And my son's like, what's wrong? I said, I just need to sit down and get a drink. And he's like, okay, what's wrong? And I said, I didn't know how to explain it, right? But I said, all of a sudden, I felt like every step I took, I felt like I had 500-pound weights on my body. And each step that I took, I felt like I would never be able to take another step. Like I was just all of a sudden like that. I was just so exhausted, right? And I'm like, what in the heck is going on? So we sit down. He goes up to like one of the little restaurant things, gets me a drink, and I'm drinking it. And he's like, okay, Dad said that he's going to meet us at the emergency room. And I'm like, wait, what? I'm not going to the freaking emergency room. He's like, yeah, Dad said you're going to the emergency room. I'm like, I'm not going to the freaking, I'll be fine. I'm just tired, you know? So I'm trying to explain it away and, you know, and so I said, the only reason I said okay was because where we were sitting, and then we had to get up and I had to walk back through the mall to get to the car. I just was struggling. I was struggling so bad. And so then I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, oh my God, do I have COVID? Right? So I get in there and I get checked in. And they tell me to have a seat and that the nurse is going to come get me for triage in a second. So I'm standing there and this Hispanic woman comes in and she's literally like 4 feet away from me. And she's explaining, okay, so I can understand Spanish. I took 8 years total of Spanish. I just can't speak it anymore because it's been, you know, I'm out of practice, right? So she's standing there in Spanish explaining to the woman that she tested positive for COVID and that she's having a hard time breathing. And I'm sitting there and she's hacking up a lung all over the place. I mean, she had a mask on, but still. And I mean, she was so close to me and I'm just like sitting, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden this guy walks out and he calls my name and I go back and I'm like, oh, thank you for saving me. And he's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, she tested positive for COVID. She's sitting there hacking up a lung, you know? So they immediately take me back to a room. They do an EKG thinking, you know, oh, it could be COVID, it could be my heart. So they said my EKG was good. They did my blood work and then they said they wanted to repeat it in 3 hours, right? So I had to just hang out for 3 hours. So hubby's in the room with me, you know, and then this lady comes in dressed, you know what I mean, the astronaut gear that they wear to protect themselves. My nurse had been coming in and out with just a mask on. And then all of a sudden, this other lady comes in with the astronaut gear on, and she's like, okay, well, I have to test you for COVID, so, sir, you need to step out of the room. So my husband's like, good, you know, I need to go find a drink somewhere. So he and I both are thinking he just has to step out of the room while she tests me, and then he can come back, right? And so then I hear his voice a minute later, and he's like, what do you mean I can't go back in with my wife? That's my wife. And the lady's like, they're testing her for COVID. You can't come back in, period. And he was like, and I was like, what? So he had to go home, right? Oh my God. Anyway, so my EKG was good. All my levels came back good. The only thing they were worried about was my pulse ox was really low, right? I smoked a lot years ago, but I quit years ago. And even when I was smoking, my pulse ox was always like 99, right? And then all the years, since I quit, my pulse ox is always 99, right? It's never been low. And then all of a sudden, this particular day, my pulse ox is low. And they're like, oh, we're really worried because your pulse ox is so low. They never did find out what it was. And of course, they sent me home because I wasn't half dead. And I was very grateful to be going home, because, here's the other thing. So that same woman, they put her in a room after she said that she's tested positive for COVID. And then they leave like her glass door open. And I'm sitting there, and there's this little old lady being wheeled in on a stretcher, with the paramedics. And they sit her right in front of this lady's room. And the lady's hacking up a lung, and her glass doors are wide open. Oh my God. What is wrong with people? So my nurse came in, and I told her, I said, you do realize that her doors are wide open. She has COVID, and she's coughing, and there's a little old lady right there. And she was like, oh my gosh, honey, hold on. And she gets up, and she goes over there, and she slams the door, and she puts a sign on her door, and she's like, do not leave this. She was going off on everybody at the nurse station. Do not leave the door open. Because then, they had to close my door, and I needed to go to the restroom, and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, you can't go to the restroom. We'll bring you a bedside potty. And I'm like, I'll hold it. And she's like, well, you have to wait 3 hours so we can retest your blood work. And I'm like, I'll hold it, thank you. So I was like, I'm not going on no portable bedside toilet. Sorry, it ain't happening. Yeah. But nothing came of it. I don't know it was the weirdest thing. I felt horrible the next day. And then the next day I was fine. I have no idea what it was. I don't know. I go see my doctor this next week, so I guess we'll figure it out. But yeah, Shell, you're right. I know he wants me to be comfortable, but he just spent way too much money. Oh, good. Your mom is doing good. That's awesome, Darlene. I'm afraid for my husband. He does not want to go to the doctors. Yes, medical stuff going on, but he's afraid of getting COVID. Christina, I feel his pain. I do. I have not gone to get my mammogram, my pap smear, my colonoscopy. I haven't gone to get anything done this year, and I really should go get my mammogram and my pap smear, because I'm like 3 times as likely to develop cervical cancer. Hey, Melly Ray, what's up? So yeah, I feel his pain. Like, I really don't want to go to the doctors this next week. I'm scared to death. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to end up with COVID. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just, yeah. I know that my doctor's office just recently reopened for checkups. Before they were only doing like emergency and as needed basis. And now they're doing, regular routine, and that's why I'm going in to get checked to make sure I'm not half dead after my little ER visit, which I'm fine. I feel better. It was the weirdest thing. I don't know what it was. It was bizarre. And I just saw, gosh, I feel bad. I can't remember her name, but you know how you get like on YouTube, it'll pop up and say like a suggested video. And it was this poor lady. I felt so bad for her. Her husband had a heart attack the day after Christmas and dropped dead right in front of her. Yeah. Everybody's so focused and so worried about COVID. And I think we all tend to forget about all the normal other things, you know what I mean? Because we're too hyper-focused. But we've never had to worry like this before, you know what I mean? Like, before it was like, oh, I'm going to get the flu. Oh, I feel horrible. And then you're fine 2 days later, you know what I mean? So this is, Yeah, this is not that. Hey, Afton, what's happening? I know, when I went to the hospital, the emergency room, that was horrible, you guys. And then I'm in there, and then not only did they have the Hispanic lady that had tested positive, but then across from my room, which was like on the other side of the unit, or way over there, right? There's 2 more rooms with that same sign up on the door. So that means they were tested for COVID. And then there were like 2 what do you call them? Yeah, felons. People from jail that were in there. And so they had cops everywhere. And their doors were shut with the signs on them. So I'm like, okay, great. You know? And then I just literally saw that, oh gosh, the night that I go into the emergency room, that day, the next day, a thing pops up on my phone, and the hospital that I was at, they had admitted 3 people for COVID that went on respirators. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit. So I felt so bad because I was like, oh my gosh, that poor little Hispanic lady, you know, it was probably her. Like, I felt so bad. Then I was like, oh God, maybe I should have like went out of my way to go talk to her because, you know, I could have talked to her through the glass, but I felt really bad. And then I just saw a thing where we had a couple more people die from COVID in the hospital. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. You had a gallbladder attack and wouldn't go to the hospital. Oh my gosh. Those are painful too, right? Like my mom and dad and sister all had gallstones and they all had their gallbladders taken out, like within a year of each other. It was horrible. Knock on wood, I've never had gallbladder or gallstone issues. My little brother hasn't either, but I remember it had gotten so bad for my dad, and he was still going to work. That man went to work. He would fall, you know, he had braces on his legs and crutches. He had no use of his legs, and he would fall really bad, right? And be in tons of pain, and he would still go to work, you know? And I mean, so he came home from work this one particular day, and he was like so sick. I felt so bad. And my mom's like, go take him some water. And I gave him the water, and he proceeded to vomit to where even water was making him sick. That's how bad it got. It was horrible. I'll never forget that. That was just, and then my mom went through it, and then my sister. It was horrible. Woohoo, Afton. It's always nice getting off work, especially on a Friday, right? Gallbladder attacks are the worst type 4. Yeah, no doubt. Yes, you are, Kim. You are a superwoman. Wow, really, after that sucks. You know, I'll tell you. Gallstones, kidney stones, that stuff is not very pleasant. Oh, go, Ken. Go, girlfriend. Go. Thank you so much, Ken. Happy New Year. I appreciate you. Thank you, honey. Good night. Night, night, night. Ken's awesome, you guys. I love her so much. Oh my goodness, this tea tastes so good. I feel so flushed, like, I feel like I'm getting a fever. This is not good. I better not have any freaking COVID crap. I'll be so pissed. Oh my goodness. All right, so what else can we talk about? Thank you, Shell. You're so sweet, girlfriend. Wait, who are we missing? Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. Like, I can't even think. Oh my God, I can picture her name and everything, and I can't remember. I feel horrible. I can't think of her name. As soon as I log off, I'll think of her name. Always happens. I hope she's okay. So yeah, so let's talk about the Little West boys. Is that not the saddest thing ever? You guys, it's been, today is day 3 of, anytime I think of them or anytime anything pops up on the computer or my phone with their name, I immediately get nauseous, my head starts pounding. And when I say that I have that, like I have that all the time, right? So, and I can tell the difference between when I'm nauseous and have a headache or when it's because of someone else, just so you know. Yeah, but it's really bothering me because I'm beginning to think that, you know, because I kept seeing that when they died quickly. Excuse me. Yeah, Orson and Oren, exactly. What were their real names? Sincere and, oh my gosh, I feel so bad that I can't remember the other one. Anyway, so a lot of times when I get this, like if someone's passed and I get this, that's what they felt when they died, right? So I kept seeing that they died like quickly, and I still think that. But then there's a part of me that's like, why am I so sick to my stomach and why is my head pounding? So I don't know if, I don't know. I don't know why I keep feeling that with them, you know, but it's just, it's killing me, y'all. Like, I got really, you know, there are certain cases that that really stick to you, right? Joe Pickler is one of them. I talk to his mom, Kathy, all the time. Well, not all the time, but we do talk, right? And she sent me these amazing PJs that she made for me at Christmas. I was just like overwhelmed. Like, she put so much time and energy in those. You know what I mean? Like, they were amazing. She's amazing, you know, and the other day was a big anniversary. I was being missing, and I know she was struggling, and I so badly want to go where she lives. I want to go there so bad and see if I'm able to pick up on anything, you know, and something I really want to do. And I'm hoping maybe that's something I can swing. It's just financially, it's like a lot, you know, and with COVID, there's no way I'm going anytime soon. You know, I look back on going to Vegas with my sister in September, and I had an amazing time, and it was great. But there's a part of me that's like, wow, like I could have died. You know what I mean? I mean, we had no way of knowing when we booked our tickets months and months and months in advance. We didn't know about COVID, right? So, but now I'm like, wow, I could have died. You know what I mean? From COVID, like, so I'm so glad that. So I don't want to travel anytime soon. You know, hubby's travel is suspended at work, thankfully, and I hope they don't start anytime soon. You know, I don't want him. Yeah, so, but anyway, you know, there are certain cases that just stick with you. And these 2 little boys, I can feel it in my gut. Gannon Stout was another one, you know, I can just feel it, like, it's going to be really tough, you know, when it comes to these 2 little boys. And again, like I said earlier, I wasn't able, from a psychic perspective, I wasn't able to feel whether the dad was the bad one or the mom was bad. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't distinguish, and normally I can. Normally I'm really good at that. So then I was like, well, maybe it was just both, you know, a little of both of them, because they both feed off of each other. You can clearly tell in their interviews, you know. Let's see. Let me get caught up, you guys. I know, Shiki, man. My heart hurts for him. Seashell, it's like, and look, I say this all the time, you don't have to be a psychic to know when something's wrong. You know what I mean? Like, there are so many cases that I've done that it's like you don't even have to be psychic to know when someone's killed someone. I mean, of course, being psychic helps a heck of a lot, but you know what I mean? It's just, you can just tell with these two. I mean, so sad. I don't understand how someone can hurt their babies or any child. I know, Afton, right? Right? I just want to like, you know, like I always felt with Letitia Stout. I just want like 5 minutes with her. You know what I mean? And seriously, she's so tiny, I could sit on her and smother her to death. You know what I mean? Like, and these parents, I feel the same way. Like, let me have 5 minutes with them. You know, I kept getting forest and water and cardboard box. Really, Shell? Wow. I wasn't getting anything like that, but I wasn't feeling like, you know how they were searching like the desert right around there? I wasn't getting that. I feel like these kids are like, you know, off in the distance. I don't feel like they're like right there. Right, Cynthia, that could very well be what it is. Afton, you know what? Yes, that's so true. I have this thing where I can touch something. Okay, so if you're a mass murderer and let's say you get on the subway and then you touch the subway door and then I come right behind you and I touch the subway door, I get like visions and I can see things. And so my hope would be that I could go out to Bremerton, you know, and touch some things and get some psychic vibes and see, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Okay, let's see. Darlene, when I see that, I saw it on the news. I looked at my daughter and said it's the parents. Yep. Right? Like I said, you don't have to be a psychic to know the parents did it. I mean, it was so immediate. And at first, I felt like it was the dad. That's what I was getting at first. It was the dad. It was the dad. But as time's gone on, because when I first saw it, I can't remember if it was like the 24th, 25th, or 26th, right? And I thought it was the dad. But then a couple of days later, I was like, I don't know if it was the dad. Like, I think it was both of them, you know? You may be picking up on the parents' feelings. I'm sure they felt sick killing those kids. True, Chicky, that could be it too as well. And it's been bad. Like, I mean, I do have breaks from it. Like right now, I don't feel it. I just feel like I'm getting a fever, but that's something else. But I don't have it right now, you know? So I do have breaks where I'm not feeling horrible the whole time, but it just bothers me. If you come see Kathy, I want to have lunch with you. Oh, that would be awesome, Afton. That would be awesome. Yeah. Wait. What are you saying, Charlotte? Are you saying you think Letitia's husband was involved? Is that what you're saying? Wait, Kim, where do you live? I forget. Sorry. I know I think you just said it earlier and I already forgot. Like, I'm brain dead today, y'all. Yeah, I totally, Shell, I'm not understanding what you're saying. Are you saying that you think Gannon Stout's dad was in it? Or are you talking about, you're talking about the West Boys? You're probably talking about the West Boys. I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's right, Kim, in Colorado. Sorry, I had to. Because Ken always makes a big deal about Colorado. Oh, you're talking about Al and Gannon. You know what? Yeah, the murder capital, right there, right? That's all you would have to say. I would have known it's Colorado. So you guys know that I get a lot of things that I don't put in the videos. You know what I mean? Like if I get anything really personal from someone that's crossed over and they want to say something. Selena, she's a perfect example. she gave me like a lot of messages for her husband, who I've been trying to get a hold of, by the way, or somebody's been trying to help me get a hold of him. But anyway, yeah, so I was getting a lot of things about the Gannon Stout case. You know, I did videos on it, but there was always something that didn't sit right with me with House Stout. I hope like hell he didn't participate in it at all, but there's always been something that I just can't quite get with it, you know what I mean? Gannon's dad's epilogue, I didn't see that. Wow. Okay, do you remember when Letitia was in court? She was trying to like hide behind her attorney, and then the courtroom was packed, and Al Stout and I just went totally blank. And Gannon's biological mom was sitting next to him, like the family was in the front row over to the left side of Letitia, right? As soon as he looked over at Letitia, and Letitia was like ducking behind her attorney, as soon as he looked over at her, I'm telling you, the hair on the back of my neck stood up. I had goosebumps so bad. And it wasn't from, oh, look at the look he's given her. It was like there was something there. There was something there. And look, Letitia's a friggin' moron. We all know that, right? Dr. Letitia. She's a friggin' idiot. But I think there was a lot more to what happened. I think there was so much more to what happened. I hope that everything comes out, but unfortunately, Letitia has done such a good job of making herself look like a complete and total moron, you know, and that she's just stupid, that nobody's going to believe her at this point. You know what I mean? Why would you believe her? Look at all the crazy crap she's done, you know, trying to break out of jail and assaulting a officer as going down the road. And when she was arrested, you know, she did all that because she thought, okay, they know I'm guilty, so I need to make myself look crazy. So let me do all this stupid shit. But there's more to it. And unfortunately, I don't know if all of it's ever going to come out, though. That's the sad thing, because Letitia has screwed herself, you know. Why does Colorado have so many? You know what, Christina, I was just thinking about this the other day, and I was like trying to, from a psychic standpoint, trying to see if I got anything, and I wasn't getting anything. Nothing. So, I don't know. I feel like if it's something I'm supposed to know, then I'll get it at some point, you know what I mean? Or I'll dream about it. Excuse me. Yeah, he gives me vibes still. Yeah. I know, Kim, it looks so pretty, but you know what, honestly, I mean, it looks gorgeous in the summertime. I've seen pictures, of course, I've never been there, but I'm not a snow person or a cold person. Yeah, so, I don't know. My cousin, she swears she loves Colorado. They got a vacation home there so they could take their kids and ski all the time, and, you know, she loves it, but I mean, I think it would be one of those places like, oh, it's fun to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there. You know, Cancun's beautiful. I like to visit, but I wouldn't want to live there, you know. Yeah, I don't know, Shaw. I don't know. That's so true, Tiki. That is so friggin' true. They are way smarter than we give them credit for. That would be fun after that. I would actually like that. Going hiking in Colorado would be fun. As long as it wasn't during the dead of winter, you know. I can't handle that crap. Oh, really? You don't get that much snow? Wow. That's like my sister lives in KC, and she used to get like horrible snowstorms, you know, but over the last 10 years, they hardly get any snow until, of course, 2019. my son was moving out there, so I drove out there with him, and then I was going to fly back home, but I was going to spend a week with my sister, you know. And we get out there, and they had a freaking blizzard. My sister lost power. We had to go. We had no choice. We were so cold. After like the third day of no generator and no electricity, we went and stayed in a hotel at a casino and gambled, which was awesome. But yeah. See, that's my kind of snow. I'm the type of person that when it snows, I'm like, oh, that's so pretty. And then a few minutes later, I'm done with it, because then that just means I have to go exert the energy and effort to go shovel. So yeah. And I have Chiari, so wintertime sucks with Chiari. People with Chiari don't do well in the winter. Oh, I bet Utah's gorgeous. I haven't traveled that much, guys. Like, my husband's been everywhere. He's lived in, Germany, Australia. I mean, he's been everywhere. I haven't. He had a dad that was in the CIA. And then he was in the military. So, you know, he's lived everywhere, been everywhere. Oh, you grew up in Kansas City. Oh, Grandview. Yeah, I know where that is. Yeah. I'm a big old Chiefs fan. In fact, I should have worn one of my Chiefs shirts today. I forgot. My sister got this blinged out. It's got the emblem, you know, the KC emblem, and it says Super Bowl champs, and it's like all bling. It's like really flashy. It's really cool. Oh, you're getting snow this weekend? Wow. Yeah, I think they're calling for us to get something on Tuesday, but it's rare that we get like a lot of anything. We actually had snow flurries on Christmas Day. It was pretty cool. Was it Christmas Day or Christmas Eve? Maybe it was Christmas Eve. It was really cool. You know, it didn't stick or anything, but Utah, Florida, and Texas. Wow. Yeah, I would be so happy to move to a warm climate. You have no idea how bad I want to move to a warm climate. But then there's a part of me that's like, would I get sick of it? I don't know. But yeah. There was something else I was going to bring up, and now for the life of me, I can't remember. Wow, Tiki Tutu, 1 to 8 foot. Good Lord. Holy crap. Truly exercise. You know, there was, back in 2010, I think it was, or 2011 maybe, my husband was sick. He was going through cancer. It had to have been 2010. We got dumped on. It just so happens our younger son, he was living with us at the time, but he went to go stay at a friend's house because they were going to go shovel and make money. So we get dumped on. My husband's sick. My son's gone, so I was like, oh, great. So I had to go out and shovel everything, man. I was so mad. And then they always forget our street, right? There was one time when we couldn't get off of our street for an entire week because they forgot to come plow our street. And at the time, we had a guy across the street. He was really sick, and he was constantly having ambulances come and take him to the hospital. And so we're all freaking out. All of us neighbors are freaking out. Like, oh my gosh, what if they need to come get him? They can't even get the ambulance on the street. You know, so we all just said, screw it. And we all started shoveling, like literally getting out and shoveling the entire road. And then we had gotten so much done, and everybody's back was killing them, and everybody was like, ugh. And then fortunately, this guy comes along with a, what you call it, like a bulldozer type thing. Cleared it right out so quick. Everybody was giving him money. Like, thank you so much. Oh wow, you're 8 kids. Wow. Oh nice. So it's a change for you, Cynthia, right? My friend lives in Albuquerque. Yeah, Snowmageddon in 2018. Yeah. I think it's been, how many years has it been since DC's had big snows? It was several years ago. We got like a foot of snow, and then like a week later we got another foot of snow. Like, and you have to understand, okay? The Washington, D.C. metro area. It's the DMV, D.C., Maryland, Virginia. And they're all, like this, and this. And literally it rains outside and people are like having accidents left and right. So when it snows, it's a, so there have been so many years when they've called for snow and they closed all the school systems and then we didn't get anything. That's happened many times out here, because nobody out here knows how to drive, because nobody's from this area. Everybody's, migrated here from other areas. So nobody can drive out here in the rain, let alone the snow. So they close schools, like the entire world shuts down out here. Like it's insane. I'm not kidding you. So whenever they call for snow, I'm like, oh my gosh. So you automatically know you better get to the store and get your bread, milk, and toilet paper, because if you don't, because we lived about 40 minutes from here when the kids were little. We had back-to-back blizzards, and to the point where nobody could get off of our street, nobody could get to the store. We put chains on my little car. It was a stick shift. And I got to the store and I get there and there's one person, and that one person is checking people out plus trying to stock shelves. So I was helping because all of my neighbors said, oh, here's money, get me this, this, and this. Because we just, I guess, assumed that we're not gonna get 2-3 foot of snow, So I mean, it took me hours. I was at that store for hours, but I didn't get stuck. Oh, I did get stuck one time, but I got pushed out. But I made it to the store and back with everybody's groceries and was a hero. But the kids didn't have school for like 4 weeks. Who in the heck is out there? Oh, it's an Amazon Prime truck. I was like, did I order anything from Amazon? I don't think I did. My husband's big gift still has not come yet. Can you believe that? I'm so pissed. Ugh. I ordered it at the beginning of December and it said it was supposed to be here by like the 18th or something. Still have not gotten it. It's been a nightmare. And it was his big gift, so it really sucks. Four-wheel with a blade, yeah. Oh, Shell, yeah. Wow. Yeah, nobody can drive here either, Kim, don't feel bad. Wow. Tiki Tutu, that's crazy. Yeah, because it's a nightmare here. DC, everything shuts down. Everything comes to a grinding halt. The majority of the people that work for the government in downtown DC don't have to go in. But interestingly enough, DC public schools, when all the other school systems shut down, a lot of times DC will just go in 2 hours late because the majority of their kids that go to the schools don't ride buses, they walk. So yeah, it's crazy though. But the government shuts down, everything comes to a grinding halt. And I'm not kidding you, we've had so many snow days and didn't even get any snow. It's hilarious. And now, so our first snow day here was that week before Christmas. So the kids were still, quote, in school, even though they were virtual learning. But a bunch of school systems let them have the day off because it was the first snow. We didn't get anything really, like the DC area didn't really get anything. It was like further out, some people got like 1.5 foot of snow. I was like, what? I mean, we hardly got anything. So yeah. All right, you guys. I think I'm gonna get off here because I'm feeling flushed and I'm gonna go try to find something to eat and figure out what's going on. Oh yeah, darling, I hadn't even thought of that. Little dirt roads, yeah. That makes sense though. Yeah, see, I'm like flushed. I don't know why I feel like this. It's so weird. All right, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. Have a good week, and I'll see you back next Friday. And I'm gonna try to have 1 or 2 videos up this week. So we'll see how that goes. Bye, Kim. You too, honey. Bye, Darlene. Bye, Tiki Tutu. Bye, Shell. Bye, Afton. Bye, Cynthia. Who else? Let's hit her. You guys, I'm like Tiki Tutu, I already said that, didn't I? Bye, Darlene. Bye, everybody else. If I missed you, I'm sorry. Have a good week, guys. I'm out of here.